Yo, what is up, you guys? We're back with another Forge Master video, and in today's video we're gonna be doing another guide on the full, or like pretty much just a full guide on tech tree and everything you need to know about it. Now, if you guys have seen in my previous videos, I have made videos on this topic. However, in this video it's mostly going to be taking advantage of what the Discord provides. So if you guys haven't already, join the link in the description. That's going to help you a lot, and you can see for yourself like where all this information is coming from. And yeah, so we're going to be going over the full 2026 updated guide on the whole tech tree and everything you need to know about it, like when to do things, how to do things, why to do things, right? Like it's all going to be explained in this video. So with that being said, if you guys could please subscribe. I am trying to hit 5,000 subscribers before the end of August, and I do think that's possible because we are on pace for it. So yeah, if you guys could take advantage of that. And now anyway, I actually do have channel memberships. I think this video is going to be for members only, and then I guess like way later it'll be for the public. So if you guys want, take advantage of becoming a member and supporting the channel that way. So let's get straight into the tech tree. Now, in my previous videos, like I said, I've talked about Forge, Power, and Skills, Pets, and Tech, but this video is mostly going to cover what the Discord provides and just going over exactly how they word things and explaining what everything means. And also keep in mind that the underdogs, or not the underdogs, the fourth tech spot is not unfortunately available yet, which is okay because it is coming soon. And there are leaks about that. If you guys are interested, watch my videos about the leaks. But yeah, with that being said, let's get straight into the Discord. Wait, actually, I'm going to just do that real quick. Okay, perfect. So straight to the Discord. If you guys go to the Forge Master Discord, right, and then go to guides and tips, and then if you scroll down, you can see the tech tree guide. Now, we're going to be skipping most of this. This kind of just talks about what everything does, which I've explained in previous videos. But in this one, in this like middle section, it kind of explains when to do things, why to do things, and like kind of the order to do them, right? So early game, we can just get straight started into it. Tier 1s and 2s is early game. And if you guys are confused, I can briefly explain like what the tiers mean. So okay, let's just get this connected. Yeah, tech trees. If you guys go like when you're pretty much starting out the game, just notice how it says Forge Timer 1. This will say Forge Timer 3. This will say Forge Timer 2, right? So it's all like tiers. So this is talking about tier 1s and 2s. Now, in the early stages, Forge Master is primarily a waiting game. Your biggest bottleneck will always be upgrade times, and resource costs. That's why your first goal should be to make the Forge as efficient as possible. So, the Forge as efficient as possible, that's something to keep in mind. What is he pretty much talking about is the Forge, right, in the tech tree. This is your number one priority at the very beginning. You kind of want to just speed run like 90% of the tier 1s, just unlock them. You don't have to max anything out yet. You just want to unlock them, get as much as you can. And these are the specific ones that are recommended, right? Forge timer, Forge upgrade cost, auto Forge, tech research time, and max offline time. So what does that mean? Forge timer, Forge upgrade cost, auto Forge, and then also max offline time is very, very important. But also what you could prioritize, what you could prioritize is these things: offline time, rewards for for coins, and hammers. Those are very underrated. They do support a lot because every day when you log in, you're gonna take advantage of like gaining that, and it's just slowly progressing more and more. So some things to definitely consider. And then also something else is very important is the tech research timer. Very, very important because it just makes everything a lot cheaper, or not cheaper, it makes things a lot faster. And one thing that's going to hold you back is timing, right? Like you're going to just have to play this game every day to just slowly progress and go as far as you can within the game. So that is early game. Only focus on those 5 different things, and then you'll notice you'll see yourself progress a lot more. The goal is to reach a state where you can log in, queue several forges, and make meaningful progress without being stuck waiting all day. So that is very, very important because for me, I could probably play this game all day and never be stuck because I have 56,000 hammers. I play the game every day and progress as much as possible, right? So, like, just some things to consider. It's very, very easy to get stuck, but the thing is, if you take advantage of how to progress through the tech tree, it avoids that. It helps with efficiency, and yeah, you can progress a lot faster. So, anyway, with that being said, let's get straight into the mid-game. Tiers 2s and 3s is kind of like the balance phase. I mean, you know how the game works and you're going through as much as possible. You try to, like, number one piece of advice is never let your your tech tree upgrades like sit there, especially early on. It's not going to be that significant with points. So essentially, if you're waiting for clan war for those specific points, the tier 1, 2s, and 3s, you kind of want to just speed run those as much as possible. Well, just tier 1s and 2s. 3s does get quite time consuming, which is totally okay. Those you can kind of time for war and it gives significant points, but the tier 1 and the tier 2 points are not as significant. So anytime the tech tree finishes, you just want to like move on and go straight to the tech tree upgrade, right? And just like finish it and move on to the next one. So hopefully that made sense. But yeah, when you get to the mid game, that's when you can start prioritizing for clan war. So anyway, once your forge runs smoothly, start spreading into techs and pets branch for passive boosts and efficiency upgrades. By now, you'll be checking in more often, so consistent offline rewards and research speed matters a lot. Very, very important to take advantage of the tech pets and skills section of the tech tree, right? Recommended mid-game nodes: tech research time, tech node upgrade costs, pet damage, and health mastery. Now that one is kind of optional, I'm not gonna lie. It is pretty important for the tier 1s and 2s if you can, but honestly don't stress too much about that. Egg timers, all rarities, very nice quality of life. Yes, very, very nice. Essentially, you want to just upgrade this a good chunk to where you can get a consistent amount of points on those days for war. That's very, very beneficial for war. If you don't really care about war, if you're just getting carried by other people, then maybe you can do the pet hatching eggs a little bit later, but the personal rewards go a very long way, so having a bunch of eggs hatched is going to help you a lot. Now, keep in mind, you can probably ignore the commons and rares and just go straight to epics, legendaries, and ultimates and stuff, but with this, don't waste your time if you're not taking advantage of hatching as many pets as possible, especially for war. And then free forge chance, very, very important. It is RNG based, but it does pay off very long term. So, like for example, if you have like 100,000 hammers and a 25% chance of free forge, you'll save like a decent amount of hammers, right? Like what is that, 25,000 or something? Or essentially like 20. Yeah, so it's just some things to consider because you can save a lot. But keep in mind, it is all RNG based, so not all like probabilities is going to be exact, if that makes any sense. But yeah, so anyway, tech research time, yeah, tech node upgrade costs, all that good things, which we've covered in previous videos, but I'm sure anyone watching this knows what that is, right? Like, I guess we can kind of explain it, if it'll load. Boom, boom, boom. Wait, what was it? Tech research time. Yep, so that's this one specifically. And notice how that's, for me, it's maxed out all the way up to tier 5 and nothing else is really maxed out. That's simply because this is one of the most important upgrades you can do. So yeah, get that to level tier 2s and 3s as fast as possible and just max that out because it's going to help you in the long run so much. Tech node upgrade cost, this is actually very good too. This is what this is. Now this one I don't really need that much, only because my potions is always going to be like a significant amount, where I just will never run out, so upgrading that isn't going to help like at all. Like I really just don't need to worry about that. The tier 4s and the tier 3s as well, yeah, didn't even touch. But the tier 2s, you should probably get through that fairly quickly. It should not take long. It's one of the most important ones. But keep in mind, yeah, like the skills, passive health, and pets health mastery and stuff, I don't really focus on that, which I should. Even the tier 1s, wow, that's embarrassing. Yeah, I definitely should take advantage of them, but I'll get to that eventually. I don't know, we'll see. And then, yep, egg hatching, we already know. And then the free forge chance comes from the forge tech, which I've showed before. So take advantage of all of that. The goal is keep balancing forge and tech trees for steady progress. Only begin dabbling in power tree if your forge and research are comfortably efficient. Now, when do you start the power tree? I think by the time you get to quantum gear, you should be around like in the area of maybe starting doing the power tree. That's kind of how I was, but I know there has been significant amount of updates, so it really just depends on when you're comfortable into not spending a significant time in the forge tech or the skills pets and tech, and the skills tech and pets forge thing, if that makes any sense, right? So only do the power when you're maybe at quantum gear and you're not really seeing a significant increase in the other forges, because the tier 1s and 2s, you can get those very, very quickly. And yeah, so anyway, let's get straight to the late game, tier 4 and 5 and beyond. Once you're regularly clearing dungeons and upgrading efficiently, it's time to shift your focus towards power scaling. The power tree becomes essential here, especially when you need raw damage and health to handle late game fights. Very, very important, but keep in mind, this is like for way later, like quantum or something, or just, I don't know, when you get to double step stats, you're gonna notice like a lot of changes within the game. And I made videos about that too, so don't get too stressed, because a lot of tips out there that kind of that basically tell you what to do and how to do it. So take advantage. Now, with that being said, key late game upgrades is the weapon, ring, necklace mastery, damage scaling. Very, very true, only because that's going to slowly give you more damage overall, and it gives you that slight edge or slight advantage against other people in the same area as you. So keep in mind that is going to help a good amount. The helmet, body, belt, shoe mastery is for survivability. Essentially, you just get more coins and stuff, so you get to increase your health, you get to increase your damage, and it helps you survive a little bit more, and you do get a little bit more coins, so it's just some things to consider, right? And then the mount damage and health mastery, that's very good too, because it helps a lot with like health and damage and like overall stats. Well, not substats, right? Like the main stats, and that's gonna be very significant to do. I think for me, I did the tier 1s and 2s for like pretty much all of this, right? And then I kind of slowed down a little bit. Now, with the extra mount chance, very, very important. You guys need to focus on this. Prioritize this as much as possible, because this is going to help you progress your mounts a lot faster than other people, especially if you're free to play. This is something that you definitely need to focus on. If you're free to play, maybe don't like upgrade. Obviously, you have to unlock all of them, but don't upgrade like the ones that give you damage. You know, it's not going to be like as significant going for those like damage stuff. But anyway, with the skill damage mastery, that's for players using strong active skills or buffs. You could prioritize this in a way, but honestly don't stress about that too much, because that's only for specific builds. So anyway, the goal is to transition from efficiency to strength. At this point, your forge and tech will already be optimized. Now it's about raw stats and dungeon clearing speed. So very, very true. But the thing is, this is for very late game. Like I really, like even for me, I don't really prioritize the power tree as much, because there's just so many things that I can do for the skills, pets, and tech tree. And obviously, like, I'm pretty much done with the forge. I don't really want to upgrade anything else, only because I really don't need to. But there's a lot that I can do for the skills, pets, and tech. So just some things that I need to consider. Final advice: efficiency over power early on. The game rewards patience and steady progression. Faster upgrades and reduced costs pays off more than flat stat boosts in the beginning. Very, very true. We talked about that within the video a little bit, so hopefully all that made sense. Auto Forge and offline rewards are massive quality of life upgrades. Yep. Don't underestimate them. Especially the Auto Forge thing. They significantly buffed that like crazy. So it used to be 5 hammers. Now it's like 18 hammers if you have it maxed out, which is insane. Or actually, I think it was like 8 hammers or something. Or I actually don't remember exactly what it was, but you get the idea, right? It's like such a significant increase. So take advantage of that. And then the tier 2 upgrades are the cheapest to rush with gems, while providing high returns on clan war points if needed, which we talked about in the video a little bit. But the thing is, this isn't going to be too significant if you're free to play. So honestly, whenever you finish a tier 2, just claim it and go for another one. You don't have to worry about saving it for war points because it's not going to be as significant and you're going to lose out on progression. So don't do that. Only do it for like tier 3s and above. Power tree shines later. Focus there only after your economy and tech research are stable. And then egg timers are nice to have, but don't make your break, or it doesn't make or break your progress. Upgrade them when you have spare resources. Very, very true. The tier 1s and 2s should be upgraded at least. I think for me, I haven't really upgraded those, so I still gotta lock in. But tier 1s and 2s, 100% you should take advantage of those because very, very cheap to do. Won't take up a lot of time. I think you can honestly finish most of that within a day or something. So, or at least one section within a day. So hopefully that kind of made sense. But anyway, with that being said, that's a full guide on the tech tree. Hopefully that kind of made sense. If it didn't, then I'll try to explain it in the comments or something, or maybe you guys can join my Discord or something. I don't know. But yeah, if you guys could, please subscribe. Try to hit 5,000 subscribers before the end of August. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.